Hello, hello, it's me, Carol with Refunction Crafts, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a video on this little red box. I'm going to alter it, and this is a little red heart that I got, and here's the stuff that's going on it. I got at a thrift store, and I got it in a group of 3 hearts. Let me show you the other ones that I've already done. This is the bigger of the 3. And this is one that I have already completed. Look at how gorgeous, 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 gorgeous this turned out. So this is the largest of the 3, and I've got some of my stuff in here. I was taking pictures of everything, and I just needed somewhere to put them till I could package them up. Things for my shop. Anyway, so this is the largest of the 3, and I've already done this one, obviously. Look at how beautiful it turned out. I added some of this lace that my friend Sherry Lorang sent me, and it's the most beautiful lace. And I was so excited when I found these boxes because I finally found something perfect to use this lace in. I'm also going to be using it in a little tiny handbag that I have that almost matches these boxes perfectly. Anyway, I was thinking I might actually do the little handbag and a heart as like a set in my Etsy shop. Anyway, so this is the large one, and you can see I added some other lace down here on the side. This was the tallest of the 3, and so I was able to use this beautiful Venice lace on the sides of this one. And then I added some of my flat back pearls that Kim sent me, and this gorgeous, gorgeous rhinestone trim that Kim sent me. Isn't that beautiful? That was the other thing I got super excited about when I got that, because it's perfect for these boxes. This is the little one that I already did. And again, I used my rhinestone trim and the flat back pearl trim, and this is one of my handmade rolled roses. And you can see I added these little crystal rhinestones to the top. They sparkle so nicely, and they're just so beautiful. And then, of course, I've got this beautiful piece of rhinestone bling that I added to it as well. And this is absolutely gorgeous. So the big one and the little one are already in my shop, you guys, if you're interested in having one of them. And then this one that we're doing today, I'm trying to decide. I'm actually considering using this as one of my Etsy shop giveaways for the month of May. Of course, you guys know I have to do 2 giveaways for my Etsy shop. And originally I was talking about doing some journal embellishments, which I may still do, although... or actually not journal embellishments, I'm sorry. The picture frame that I did in one of my last videos, I was thinking about doing one of those as well. So I don't know, because one would be for the small giveaway, the other would be for the larger giveaway. And really this and the picture frame thing are pretty equal as far as giveaway items go. So I may switch things around a little bit for May, but I'll let you guys know first part of May exactly what the giveaways are going to be. But I'm thinking one of these hearts might be really nice. And actually, you guys, leave comments down below and let me know if you've seen my picture frame video and you watched this one. Let me know for the $50 and more giveaway which item you guys think would be best as far as the giveaway item for May. So maybe I'll just listen to you guys. We'll do a survey and you guys can let me know what you think. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and read an inspirational quote. It's a short one, and it's about kindness. And it says, loaning someone, it's definition of kindness. Loaning someone your strength instead of reminding them of their weakness. I thought that was pretty beautiful. And I also read this other one Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. And I thought that was really pretty too. Kindness is my big thing, so I just thought, and I'm not going to ramble on this time in my video about what I think about kindness. You guys all know. And I just think that we just need a whole lot more of that in this world right now. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm having a good morning, and I don't have to work today, so that's a good thing. And I get to craft, so I'm super excited to do this video, you guys. So we've got all of our little goodies here. I've got, I'm not sure that I'm going to use all of this, obviously, but I did take out some different little bling pieces as possibilities. This is something that I got from Debbie over at Kiki's Sale. I love, love, love this bling because it takes on colors of whatever you put it in. This is something that I got from Deanna Grooms in one of my Happy Mail packages, and I love this, and I've actually almost used it in so many things, but I always take it back and say, oh, maybe I have something better that needs to go into. I gotta stop doing that with some of my bling pieces because I end up hoarding it. And then I have this, which for sure will go in this box. It's gone in, I had 3 pieces of this, and I've put it in the other 2, and I want to use it in this box as well because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then this is just a little faux pearl piece that I got from Debbie over at Kiki's Sale. So those are some of the blingy pieces, and of course we have our rhinestone chain here that will be going on this. I have my flat back pearl trim that Kim sent me, and Kim sent me this rhinestone chain as well. This is an old piece of bling that I've had actually for probably 3 or 4 years now that I haven't used in anything, and this is something that I got from a little local shop here to me that I bought a while back, and I thought, I ran across it and I thought, well, that might be pretty in there. I took out a doily. I don't know if I'm going to use it in this or not because I don't want to cover up too much of this, but we're going to see how it looks. I'm trying to do each one of these a little bit different. These are 2 handmade rolled roses that I made. Aren't they beautiful? And I made these with this is a 2-inch satin ribbon. It's only a one-sided satin, and this is kind of the thinner, more stiff ribbon. I really like using the really soft ribbons. I have some other satin ribbons like this one, and I also, this is really soft and it's 2-sided, and I love using this because it molds to into shapes just a little bit better than the stiff stuff. However, these flowers, actually the stiffness of this ribbon worked out great for these flowers because look at how, I mean, they bounce right back into position and they came out gorgeous. So I'm totally okay with these flowers. So anyway, that's what I used for those. And I took some of this ribbon and I cut it down the middle and cut it in half so that I could make a small bow to put in here. And then I also have this little piece of red lace. This heart is not deep enough to use the Venice lace that I used in the larger one, and besides which I want to save this piece because I plan on using this on the little handbag that I'm going to be altering. And just for a second I'll show you guys the handbag that I'm going to do. Look at that, and look at how great it goes with these heart boxes. So wouldn't that be a cute little set to sell in my Etsy shop? This is just it's a hard handbag, and it's gorgeous on the inside too. And this was sent to me by my friend Nancy Hudgens quite some time ago. And I'm going to get around to doing, she sent me 4 or 5 purses, all kind of vintagey handbags. And I'm going to get to those little handbags here because I haven't done any in a while. She knew that I love, love, love altering handbags. So I'm going to get to these little handbags so that I can start doing some different projects here. And I think that's going to be really fun to put together. And I will probably do that after I get done doing this heart. Not in this video. However, I may make it a second video that I do today if I have time. So we're going to give that a shot. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to do, first things first, we're going to put this rhinestone trim around the lid here. And I'm going to just sort of wrap it around here first because I decided after doing 2 of these, the best thing for me to do is to wrap it around and cut it before I put it on, so that I get it just the right size so that I'm not at the end trying to cut it off and get it to fit, because that just, it's not easy when you're putting rhinestones to the sides of something. And I want to cut this just right. So I'm going to take my nippers and we're going to cut this right here. And I have to be careful cutting these because sometimes you end up cutting the rhinestones, and I don't want to do that. And Kim, look, I still have a piece of this left that I can use on that little handbag, so I'm super excited. And that piece is going to go directly in here with my Venice lace, just like that. And I'll be making probably more handmade red roses for that handbag as well. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to take, oh boy, where did my E6000 go? Hold on, you guys. Okay, I found my E6000, so I need to get this going in the right direction here. It was getting kind of squished up. Okay, so I'm just going to move that to the back, and we're going to start in the center of the heart here on this part, adding this, and we're just going to go around the complete edge of this. And I need to move my camera back just a tad. Oh, no, I need to move it forward just a tad so that I don't end up getting off camera with this, because I can feel myself getting ready to do that already. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little dot of E6000 right there. Got a piece of fuzz in my mouth. Yuck. And I'm also going to add a tiny dot of hot glue so that I can get this down and get it stuck before we start trying to go around this whole thing. And that hot glue, what that does is it cures quickly, and then I know it's going to stay in place while I continue to go around the heart. So but we're going to use E6000 for this, and I don't know what I was just thinking, but here's what we've got to do. We've got to go around this entire heart. Look at that. A big old drop of that stuff came out, but that's okay. So we're going to just gently get this around while I try and hold that into place. Usually I do this before I stick anything down, and I wasn't thinking, but that's okay. We're just going to get around this whole thing, trying to stay in the same spot going all the way around so that I put this on straight. And I think I did a pretty darn good job. I ended up in the exact same location. So I'm going to close up my E6000 here. Oops. And what I do is I'm going to start laying this down and going around, and every now and then I'm going to add a dot. And there, I stuck my finger in the E6000. That's what I always do. Every now and then I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue. And I'm being very careful to try and keep this straight as I go. And you guys can see I just sat that down. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I just sat that right down on the paper towel that's on my table here. And smeared it a little bit, but not so much that it's gonna stick out, so we're okay. Just a tiny dot of hot glue every now and then. This E6000 is the best glue you can use for gluing things like this down, because it's going to, once it cures, it's going to hold that down, and your embellishment is not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay right where you put it. And now I'm just going to work at making sure I've got this not getting all wonky on me. So let me just go around. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this. I'm just going around and trying to make sure it's straight, and I like to do that this way. And usually I don't have too much trouble getting this stuff on straight if I've got, you know, with this box, it's nice because I've got a good guide with the edge of the box, so I'm able to keep it pretty well right where I want it to go. And don't use too much hot glue. Don't put it too many places, because if you do and you end up with a spot where the hot glue is and it's kind of out of place, it makes it a little bit harder to get it right back in place. So just be careful with how much hot glue you put on there. Like right here at the beginning, I have a little squeeze out. I'm going to just take my fingernail. You could take a X-Acto or something like that as well, but I'm going to just take my fingernail and slice that little piece of glue and get it out of there. So okay, so we're all set. We've got our trim on there, and that E6000 starts to cure fast enough so that by the time you get it all the way around your piece, it's pretty much going to stay in place pretty well while you continue working on your project. So that's the beauty of E6000. It starts to cure pretty quickly, and it stays in place pretty well, as long as you're not, you know, shoving it around and really moving it around too much. You're going to do just fine. And that's what that looks like. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we've got that part done. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to get this lace on here. And I'm going to put the biggest part of this off to one side. And then what I do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut it in certain spots where I've got sort of an overhang. It's okay if it overhangs a little bit, and even if I have to glue it down on a couple of these spots where the rhinestone chain is, that's okay too. But I don't want too much of that. So there's places where I'm just going to take, like that one, because I don't want it to come too far down. I've got this one just barely hanging over, and this one. So I'm just going to kind of go around this and figure out where the best spot is to cut these. And I'm going to cut out these extra little bits. And I'm probably going to use these as well. I will just glue them in at different spots. And this one we're going to cut right there. And this one right there. I just love this lace so much, and you can bet I'm going to be looking for some other stuff to put this in, and I might actually, I'm really wanting to put together some more kits and things for you guys to do some of these projects with, and I think I want to try and take some of my fabrics and things that I have. I've got some old ones that I've had forever and some that I've gotten in Happy Mail that if I've gotten enough of it, I love sharing little bits of things that I have with you guys and making them available in like little kits. So I'm going to be putting together definitely some embellishment kits, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to make some more of my pretty boxes and doing embellishment kits in those. Everybody really seemed to like getting those kits in my boxes, so I definitely want to do some more of those, and it's kind of fun because you've got the box to keep all your embellishments in. And this one's going to hang over the rhinestones, and or you can use the box, just take everything out of it, put your embellishments in something else, and you've got a beautiful decorative box to put somewhere in the house or to use as a gift for someone. And I do keep those embellishment kits, even when I make them in my pretty little boxes, I do keep them at a very reasonable price. I try to keep everything reasonably priced for you guys. And you know, I have to say the one biggest problem that I have is postage. Because I'll tell you what, that darn post office is raising their rates. On average, I learn of an increase about once sometimes every other month, but at least they are raising the prices at least once every 3 months. At the least. And so it's just so expensive to send things these days, and that's what makes it hard being a seller like on Etsy, where Etsy actually, not only do I pay the postage, Etsy charges me a fee as if I was making income on that postage, and I'm not. I'm putting that money out, and they didn't used to charge us for their fees on top of what we had to charge for postage. But one day they just changed everything, and Etsy is charging literally, I lose about 20% of every item that I sell is fees. So just go figure, you know, when I put something together, the money that goes into making it. Now, I'm lucky in that I do get a lot of stuff from my extremely generous subscribers. And I'm telling you, you guys, I am wholeheartedly willing to admit that I get a lot of really wonderful gifts. And if it were not for those gifts, I wouldn't be putting out things like this. I mean, I bought these boxes, but I got this lace from a dear friend of mine, Sherry. I got the pearls and the rhinestone trim from another friend. And I've gotten the bling and some of the flowers that I use and things like that from someone else. And then I can get ribbons and make my own flowers and things if I want to. But a lot of that stuff takes time. You know, making these flowers is very time consuming for me. And I try to sit down on a regular basis and just make a whole bunch of flowers or my butterflies or whatever I've got going. But it still takes a lot of time. Oh, the other thing I'm going to be putting in my shop too is I did do some resin butterflies. I do want to get those in my shop as well. So I will be putting some of those in. I'm going to make some more of them. I'm waiting to get my ink cartridge for my printer so that I can print some more images, because I've got some beautiful images of butterflies and things that I want to make, but I can't make them because the ink in my printer is out, and so I can't print the stuff that I want so that I can make some more butterflies. And I'm getting really frustrated because we've paid for a subscription to get those ink cartridges, and they've been sending them all along really great until we had to renew it. And now suddenly they haven't sent me. I've been out of ink for 3 weeks now, and they still have not sent me my new ink cartridge. And the way that it works is that my printer lets them know when I've run out of ink. And that's when they're supposed to send it to me. Once a month, you know, based on where my printer is, you know, with ink. And yeah, they've fallen behind the 8 ball, and we've paid for the service and we've not received our ink. And I'm really, really getting quite frustrated about that, because I'm stuck and not able to do the image stuff that I want to do because I can't print any. And that's very, very frustrating, because you guys all know how much I rely on those great images that I get. And I just got some new ones that I can't wait to use, but I can't print a single one of them because I'm not getting my cartridge. So I'm hoping maybe today they will come in, but I just am feeling like they have somehow, something has happened and they're not going to send those cartridges like they're supposed to. I'm just a little frustrated and concerned, because you all know how expensive ink is for those printers, and we rely on that subscription to be able to get those cartridges as we need them and not pay an arm and a leg. So that, you know, I don't think I'm going to use the doily. I think we're going to leave that off. I'm just not liking the way that's doing. And right now I'm just trying to decide how I want everything to go on here. So let's see. Something like that. this could go here. Whoopsies. So anyway, I'm trying to get my ink cartridge so that I can get some images done, and then I'm going to be able to do some really, really, really gorgeous kits for you guys. So just get ready for that. So that should be soon. Okay, you guys, sorry I had to shut you off for a minute. Jeff came in and wanted to ask me a question, so I thought rather than trying to do that with the camera on, I would shut it off for a second. So just so that you guys know, we sold all of the buttons that he made in his first run. So he's out there right now making some more buttons. And so I have added those to my shop for you guys if you want to order some buttons. I know there were several people that had them in their carts, and I ran out of them. So they're there now, you guys. So just so that you know, if you want buttons, go ahead and order. And if you want them and there's none in my shop, please feel free to let me know that you want one. And I will keep Jeff running those files so that you guys can get them. Because I don't want to run out. I don't want him to overdo it, you know, and have more than we can sell. But then at the same time, they seem to be going like hotcakes. And I know Mother's Day is coming up, so I want to make sure that we have plenty of those for you guys to order. So just let me know, and you guys can order them. And I will make sure they get made. He's working feverishly out there trying to get a bunch of them done now. So I think he's got 7 or 8 of them that he's working on now. And then he'll go buy more wood to make more if we need more. So just let me know, you guys. Don't be shy. Just send me a comment or a message saying, hey, I looked in your shop and you're out of buttons and I need one. And I will make sure they get made. So, and it's not something that takes a long time for him to make, although he does need a couple of days because he has to stain them and put a finish on them and let that dry. So there needs to be at least a couple of days so that everything can kind of dry in between, so that they'll be completely ready to ship, because we have to let the finish cure before we wrap them up and put and package them so that we don't ruin them. Because otherwise they'll stick to the packaging and that would be a disaster. How was that going to go? Like that. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know those buttons were a big, big hit. And I want to say thank you to all of you who have ordered them. Judy, yours is on the press right now. And I had another request from someone else who said they wanted one and got in my store and there were none there. So I've already let her know she can order hers now. I added 4 to the shop just in case. I don't like to add too many at one time, because what if something goes wrong with his process or something happened and he can't make all of them. I don't want to have them in there if I don't know for sure that they're going to be available. So I try not to just add them all in there all at one time. But it's likely that I'll have about, got 1 already sold, and I'll have 7 left, and then I have another one that somebody wants, so I'll have 6 left, and then, you know, we'll go from there. Okay, I think that's all of that I'm going to put in there. That piece is not my favorite piece in the world. I do have this one little teardrop piece that I could add. Maybe right there. We're coming out of there. No, I don't like it there. Or maybe have it sort of following up behind that one. Nope, don't like that. I think that piece would be good right there. I think I'm going to add that one little teardrop right there. Okay. Put a little more glue. There we go. Okay. So now let's figure out our bling trim. Okay, and then maybe, I don't know, I really just love this, but I think this is not the project for that, so I think that would go pretty there. And maybe add this piece up towards the top. That looks real pretty. And then maybe put this little piece off to this corner. I've started to use this piece in all of them, and I still haven't used it yet in any of them, so I just keep changing my mind. It feels like it's just a teeny tiny piece, and it probably isn't necessary. But it might just add that one little bit of awesomeness. I think that looks good right there. Yeah, I'm going to put that on this one. I don't often get a lot of things that I can use my red bling in. Because I don't do a lot of red. But every now and then, you know, I do. And then I find that I don't have the bling that I need to complete them. So I try to make sure I have a few pieces still laying around, you know, that I can work with. No, don't get stuck. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to use that up towards the top. Just like that. Look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Well, it does, because now I'm wondering, I'd kind of like to use some of this sparkly ribbon. This is kind of that spider web ribbon that's got some sparkle in it, and I'm thinking I might like to use a little bit of that in this one, just kind of coming out in a couple of spots. So I'm going to put a little piece up here, just kind of popping out there. And maybe I'll just put, yeah, I'm going to just put a couple of pieces of this in different, kind of coming out in different directions, just in the same spot though. Right up here in this top corner. Maybe I'll put that one right in the center. Yeah, Okay. I love this webbed ribbon. And I only have a very small piece. I think this is all I have left of it now, because I do use it in a lot of things. And then I also got this other stuff that Debbie over at Kiki's sent me. And I love this too. This is like a silver spider web, and it's super soft and pliable, and I really love it. So I've been using this in a few things as well lately. So really is pretty. And I usually just use, you know, teeny tiny pieces of it popping out here or there. But I just like that shabbiness that it kind of offers, and it's kind of shabby elegance. I don't know, it's weird, but so there's that. Totally forgot about my bow, and I really wanted that to go in there, but I feel like I may have lost my if I use it there, I'm gonna let's see. If I put it there, that other piece of bling still pops out there. And it does look very pretty. So we are going to use this. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put it right there. Press it in real good. And we have to put something in the center of that bow. So what I think I'm going to do is I have some of my little red flowers, paper roses. I have that kind of red and I have that kind of red. Oh my goodness, can't get a hold of it. Let me snip this one off. I think I want to go with the darker red because I just feel like that kind of goes with it a little bit better. And we're just going to pop that right in the middle of that bow, and it looks gorgeous. There we go. Okay, so that's our lid. You know, I'm actually kind of having a problem with this white spider web stuff. Ah, Carol. So I'm thinking I'm going to snip that out of there, because I feel like that white is just too bright. So we're going to save that for something else. And then I'm going to pop something else right in behind there. That's way too big. Maybe I don't want bling. Maybe just another flower. Let's see. No, I don't think I'm going to do that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of glue and press that petal down over the top of what's left behind there. So there we go. Now it doesn't show. But there we go. There's our top, you guys. Isn't that just gorgeous? The other thing that I think I'm going to do, because I do not want that piece of bling to be hidden under there, I'm going to take this bow, I'm just going to gently guide it away from that. And then maybe I should sort of do the same thing on this side, just so I kind of even it out a little bit and pull it down like that. Yep. Just a tiny dot of glue. And press the bottom side down. There we go. Oh yeah. All right, so that's that. We're going to put those red flowers back in their jar. Put those pieces in there too. Okay, so now we need to finish the sides of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid. Oh my goodness, I've got glue strings everywhere. Can't wait to get the heat gun out and melt those away. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on it like that. And the first thing that I'm going to put on is this lace. And I want the lace to come right up under the lip of the lid. It looked like it was crooked, but it's not. It's just my eyeballs. So I'm just going to determine where I need to start this. And I'm not going to use E6000 for this lace because I just don't need to. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna, let's see, do I have that on the right side? No, I do not. Okay, so we're gonna snip that end piece off. Toss that in the trash. And we're going to start with this edge. There we go. And we're going to snip that end piece off. Okay, let's try this again. And all I'm going to do is heat up this little piece of glue that's right here with the tip of my glue gun. Put just another tiny little dot and pop that down. Okay, now let's get going around this thing. And when you're doing a box like this, even though this is fabric, don't do too long a section with your hot glue because it does tend to, especially if it's cooler in your workspace, because it's gonna dry up fairly quickly and it's not gonna stick down right. So just try not to do too long of a section at one time, especially if you tend to work a little bit slower, because you're just going to end up having to go over the same areas again, and or if you don't realize it's not sticking real well later on, it's going to come unstuck. So, and you definitely don't want that to happen, especially if you're selling your pieces. You don't want that to happen, for sure. So we're almost done with this lace. So each one of these has a different, something different going around the sides. The smallest one, I did not use any lace at all. Right up under the lid, because the space was so small. I could probably use this lace on there and have that going around it. I may test that out and see what I think, and I might actually do that and add it. Although I've already got it in my store, but I can always unlist it and then do new pictures. Okay, so there's that. We've got our pretty ruffly lace, and it looks really pretty from the top. And then we're going to take some of our flat back pearls, and we're going to run those right over the top part of that lace. And they are going to be gorgeous. And I think I'm going to start it at the middle of this. I think I'm going to start it with a dot of hot glue right there. And I think we're going to do the same thing with the E6000, just because I think it's going to last much better by using the E6000. And I'm just going to take this in sections. And right here, we'll go with the dot of hot glue. And then back to this. And I'm going to do a little bit longer section here. And right now with this, really the purpose for the hot glue is to glue it down now so that it's on there until that E6000 cures, and then you're good pretty much permanently. So right here, we're going to go with a dot of hot glue and another dot of hot glue around the corner. And now we'll go back to our E6000. And I really don't need that lid on there right now. I don't know why I've been keeping that on there. Just another something for me to have to hold together. And here we go. Hot glue. And where are we going? We're going to right there. Okay, I am getting so much use out of these flat back pearls. I am loving every minute of it too. It's awesome. And here I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go with a piece of E6000 there, and right here we're just going to use a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to try and pull this so that it goes as far over as I can get it, and it meets pretty perfectly at the edge there. So and what would be perfect in the middle of that, I don't know if I have anything, would be if I had a little tiny red flower, and I don't. But that's okay, I might be able to find a piece of bling. Be nice to have a little piece of bling in the center of each of these, actually, where the pearls come together. Okay, well that's all right. I'm going to find something to go in the middle of this one, I think. I mean, it looks fine the way it is, but I think it would be pretty to have a nice little piece of bling there. It'd also be pretty to put maybe like a little red bow right here at this point. I think that would be pretty too, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put a layer of pearls around the bottom. And we will be done with the pearls and almost done with the box. So let's put a little bit of hot glue. And I'm just going to run my finger along the bottom so that I make sure that it's not coming down below the box. So now let's take our E6000. We're going to go quite a ways around this because I think we can probably just honestly do E6000 around the entire bottom because I'm not going to be messing with this much. I'll put a couple of dots of hot glue here and there, but I don't think I'm going to use much of it down here at the bottom. Just like that. And we'll go with a dot of hot glue right there. And now we're going to go, whoopsies, sorry guys. Back to E6000. And after you've worked with this E6000, when you first start working with it, it can be a pain and scary to work with because things move around on you. But really, it does really start to cure fairly quickly, and it's as long as you have a couple of minutes in between to kind of let things sit, if you tend to, you know, move things around a lot while you're working, that's okay. You know, take a couple minutes, have a drink of coffee, get a snack, and then come back to it. And you'll be just fine. Okay. And we're going to cut that right at this pearl here. And I'm going to put just a dot of hot glue right there. Uh-oh. Oops, oh, there we go. I thought maybe I got my cut wrong. There we go. And that came together very nicely in this corner. Perfect. And then just go around it and check your edges. Make sure it's sitting exactly where you want it to be. And I think actually I'm gonna Move that down just a tad. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right here in this corner and press that down. Because this one pearl right here at the tip is kind of trying to go around the corner, and I can tell if I don't hold it down now, it may cause it to dry funny, and I don't want that to happen. So a little dot of hot glue is all you need to make that go right. Okay, so there we have it. Our little, this is the medium-sized box. It came out gorgeous. Look at that, you guys. Oh, wait, no, we're not done. I almost forgot one of the most important things. We have to put some of our little crystals on here. We don't need a lot of them. We're just going to be putting these crystals in a couple of spots on the top, in the middle of the circle patterns. So there's really only a couple of spots actually on this one where those stick out. So we need one right there. Sorry you guys, my dog is hacking. She has asthma. So every now and then she'll start going, and sometimes it's hard to get her to stop. I mean, not that she can help it, she certainly can't, but sometimes I worry about her because it gets so bad. I don't know how I did that, but I certainly did not get enough E6000 out of my tube for that. It's like this stuff like shrinks. Once you squeeze it out of the tube, it sort of shrinks a little bit. Okay, so we got that, that. We need one there. And, wow. Yeah, there really aren't many spots for this to go in. I think I might actually add some rhinestones to this one in a couple of other spots, because I feel like I didn't get enough spots on this one to have them show up very much. So we're just going to put some right in the middle of some of these leaves. One there. Just the leaves that have the mesh in the center of them, not the other ones. And right there. Okay, so let's start dropping these in there. One there. And this is only going to take a minute. I think I'm a pro with these rhinestones now, doing them with my fingers. Got the process down. And today my hands are actually working well, so they're not shaking, and they're not, I'm not having any arthritis type pain in my hands today, so that's a good thing. Makes it a whole lot easier for me to work. Especially with the little stuff. The big stuff is never a problem for me, but the little tiny stuff sometimes, wow. It's really hard to work with it. So again, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully you're doing something fun today. I know it's Monday, so at least for me today, it's Monday. But don't know if it'll be Monday when I get this video out, but it is for me today. But it's also my day off, so that makes me very happy. Oh, I didn't get any on that little one. Right in there. Now, I like to make sure I get my rhinestones in the right places, even if it's a spot that's sort of covered up by something. I like to make sure that I get my rhinestones in there, because somebody may peek around that corner and say, oh, she didn't bother to put one there. And sometimes it's all about the little details. Okay. And then, let's see, I have my stickles here, and I think I might just add just a teeny bit of my stickles in a couple of spots. Just to get a little extra sparkle in this one. And I'm mostly just adding this to the same leaves that I added the rhinestones to. It'd probably be nice to add this stickles on the little polka dots that are on the top of this, because they're kind of gold polka dots. And I wonder, I'm thinking maybe it might be pretty to add, most of my embellishments on this have silver around them. So I'm thinking what we might do is add some silver polka dots. I think that's going to be pretty. And it's easy to do. Just to kind of go around here and add a dot here and there. And thankfully I can see these polka dots pretty well. And there's not too many places where you have to put them, so. And I think that looks really nice. I did not do this on the other ones, and I don't know whether I will or not. But if this turns out to really make a big difference on this one, I may go back and add some stickles to my other boxes. And I'm starting to really think that this is making a big difference. I mean, not that it's not already beautiful, because it is. But this is looking really, really nice on here. I really like it. And I will show you guys here in just a second. Add a couple of them in some inner spots here where I might not have gotten much. Let's see. Let's see, let's see. Need one on that edge. Oh, I love, and I mean, I really mean it, I love the stickles. I'm going to be going back on my other two and adding some stickles to those. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love it. So anyways, you guys, this is our finished box. It turned out absolutely gorgeous. I will put pictures up at the back end so that you can see them, and I'll show you the difference here. I'll just put up the small box. This is with the stickles, and this is with just the rhinestones. So the stickles added a whole lot of sparkle that I really, really love. I mean, I don't know if it comes through real great in the video or not, but it really, really made a huge difference on this. I love the stickles. I really, really do. I think that was a great idea. I need to get some over here. Missed a spot. Okay. That's it. All right, you guys. So thank you ever so much for watching this video and hanging out with me for a little while I did this one. This was a super fun project. And there is our finished heart. I don't want to squish my rhinestones there. So this is the one we did today. This is our little box. And this is the great big mama box. So, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed doing it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves first and foremost. Be safe, be well. God bless you all. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would so greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll get notified when I do future videos. Also, please make a comment on this. I'd like to know what you guys think. One, of the stickles that I added to this. Two, what you think about the giveaways for my Etsy shop. Should I do one of these heart boxes? Or should I do the picture frame giveaway? I'm not sure. I only have one frame left. It's a larger frame. It's a 5x7. It's not the small 4x6 frame. So that's what would be going into the giveaway. And then as far as the smaller giveaway item, I don't exactly know what that's going to be yet. So I still have to think on that one a little bit. But I know it'll be something great. So I will have that together hopefully by the next video. Again, thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for being here. And I love you all, and I love that you come in and you hang out with me, and you know, we have a great community here, lots of great people who just love crafting as much as I do, and I'm happy to be teaching some of the things I've learned, and to be learning right along next to all of you, because no one is ever perfect at doing this stuff. We're all learning all the time, and And that's the fun of it, if you ask me. The fun is learning new things and learning how to do new techniques and all that good stuff. And so if you guys have some techniques that maybe I'm not using that might be helpful to me, please let me know. Just make a note down in the comments section. Let me know what you've done that has worked for you. So that's it, you guys. Bye-bye. God bless, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.